This episode has been brought to you by Bethesda and Todd Howard.
No, it hasn't. We don't even have that sponsorship yet. Like, we're not at that
I still
level.
want my Arby's sponsorship. But that's for a whole different time entirely. I'm not going to bring up the Judy Hopps thing. Except now, but this doesn't count. Thank you, God Howard, for bringing Skyrim to the Switch. Now I can go ahead and explore dwarven ruins on the go.
And praise to Warhollow.
Or something, I don't know. I could go ahead and slay dragons while I'm on the shitter.
No one needs to know that.
I am the High King of Skyrim.
No one.
I sit on the porcelain throne.
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I am proud of that one. That's your obligatory poop joke. Every podcast is going to have at least one poop joke. Just one.
We don't need to go down that path of humor.
Well,
and
too
speaking
bad.
Speaking of humor, today's topic is talking about how our sense of humor has started and how it's evolved up until now, or rather,
evolved or devolved?
I was gonna say devolved because it's only deteriorated from this point, from humble beginnings.
From humble beginnings. So where did it start?
Well, I mean, I think it starts with any person, really. Like, as a kid, you see the cartoons and they do a bunch of silly stuff, and you're like, haha, that's funny. Characters do a weird face or something, or they do something and, like, they fall.
Yeah.
The famous banana peel gag thing.
Banana peel gag? It's
like one of the oldest things. Like, it used to be in, like, freaking 1920s film.
Banana peel. No,
Basically, I think it started in the 20s when they was silent pictures.
Oh, the freaking where they slip on the banana peel.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, like, for some reason there's this one right there, and then they fall and they slip, and it's haha funny. But most kid humor utilizes that stuff, and as a kid you'll say certain words and then rhyme them, and then you think that's funny because that's how your brain works. My nephews do that all the time, actually, and I'm just like, that's not funny. Stop it. You're not funny. But I can't tell them that because they're like 4.
Yeah.
No, they're 6, actually. Whoops.
Yeah, they're like developing their own sense of humor.
Yeah. And so, well, at least that's how mine started, and however, I think it's not as similar now because when we were growing up, we had a little something called John Kay and this show Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. And
that kind of humor is, it goes over kids' heads, but sometimes you just kind of get warped by it, and I got warped by it, I think. I'd laugh at grotesque things and, like, find the stuff that they were doing funny because, well, John Kay's demented.
Well, as soon as a person, like, finally comes to age, they're gonna realize that, like, not the whole world is just, like, everything is not rainbows and unicorns, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you got that I would want to say, like, a perception of, like, their humor is, like, I wouldn't want to say shattered, but something gets taken out and then something gets replaced back in.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, like, watching these kids shows where, like, they do something funny and they'll do the funny sound effect. My nephews laugh and they're like, haha, it's funny. I'm just like, I mean, you can see, you could see that coming. Come on, like, come on, kids, like, you can see the joke being set up. I expect you to know this stuff and be smart about it.
Yeah.
You're only 6, but I expect you to think like me.
Yeah, well, also when there's like a cartoon that just barely airs, it's like it's filmed, then it's made, it's animated by good intentions, and then like halfway into the show, they start incorporating a little bit more adult humor into it. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, like there's this Jimmy Neutron episode, the one I shared you, where he has like knowledge gum.
Oh yeah, the knowledge gum, and like they all what's it called?
It's like
they
chew
eat the book,
and you know it.
Yeah.
And then Sheen commented on how fishy it was, and he was quoting Ahab, and then Cindy, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
Like quoted that her gum tastes like fried chicken.
Oh, Martha, I know nothing about birthing no babies. I think that was Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, it was, I think. Fried chicken. see, for
Oh
that.
my goodness! I just realized I played into it.
Yeah, see.
Jesus. See, you don't even, and sometimes you don't even notice it.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, that's more of like 2000 stuff. So like, humor is still kind of shifting to more subtext type humor, or like listening to the words and all that.
Yeah. Also with like Facebook and Instagram, it's like now the humor is like
I got a structure
evolving.
to this, man.
What?
I got a structure to this. I was gonna get there.
All right, okay, go for it.
And then afterwards, Flapjack came on, and Flapjack for me is one of my most favorite
Memorable.
animated shows.
Favorite.
Because there's subtext humor, and then there's just like Ren and Stimpy-esque, hyper realistic drawings that just make everything so much better.
I think like for me personally, when the show was like 2/4 of the way, it was like 2/4. That's like a half.
Mm-hmm.
No, so like I want to say like 2/3.
That's about right.
Yeah, like around the whole show's lifespan, that 1/3 was like someone like innocent jokes, and then once it hit like that 2/3 mark, like that, yeah, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking the humor just evolves. The jokes evolve. Everything gets a whole lot more disturbing. The whole West.
Oh, West is good. Well, I just remember the one with like, we're running out of food, water, and overall enthusiasm. He's like, "This is my only pair," and he's actually wearing overalls to say enthusiasm.
Yeah. Or when Flapjack wants to get adopted by that old lady, and Flapjack's in the the orphanage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bubby's trying to get inside, and just she's here. That one fucking spooked me. Too fucking spooky for me.
Oh no, I was enjoying every second of that show, and I wish it had to be a few more seasons. It felt like an Adult Swim show more than anything.
Oh yeah, like the farther the series went, the more it was evident that like
this wasn't for kids.
Exactly.
They were getting away with it.
It's like at first it was for kids, and then it started going for like teens.
I never thought it was for kids.
Oh no way. Especially now with like Gumball.
Oh.
The Amazing World of Gumball, yeah.
And that segues into the next chapter of my not audio book thing that I'm just spewing.
Yeah.
In high school, we discovered memes.
Memes.
Well, it's more of I discovered that they had a term.
Yeah.
Because I was watching memes like back in the early 2000s when they were like barely coming out as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and at that time we didn't know the terminology. Like we didn't know that what we were watching.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know that Rick Astley was a meme. We just thought it was a really cool fucking song.
Or the Peanut Butter Banana.
I like that song. I like that song really.
Yeah, like that to me, like that was one of the earliest memes. Like you're also getting a
All Your Babes Are Belong to Us. That was one of my personal favorites.
You're getting a crash course in memology.
Pneumology.
No, memology.
Memology.
And its history.
Do you think as us, like as a species, we're going to have a study of memology in universities and colleges?
You do realize some history books already talk about the last presidential election with our favorite little green frog being the whole center of that. Like, some textbooks have that now, so memes are already part of our history.
So you're saying Pepe the Frog is going to go down in history in the books?
Yeah, he already has, I'm sure. And the most ironic part of that is that...
we have been blessed.
The irony in that is that he really wasn't, and some trolls made it seem that way. And now everyone thinks that, and it's like, come on, he's our favorite little frog, don't do this to us. But that's kind of sidetracking. But when we got to high school, we saw the glorious memes, and at the time it was the Advice Animals thing that was in full bloom, right?
The Advice Animals.
Top text, and then bottom text format.
Bad Advice Dog.
Velociraptor.
Unpopular Opinion, Puffin. What else?
There's a bunch of those.
Courage Wolf. Courage Wolf was a big one.
And then Insanity Wolf was like a hyper version of that. So like, I don't know.
Socially
riveting.
Awkward Penguin. What else?
Or i.e. me in high school.
Me in school.
No, I was saying the penguin was me.
Oh.
That is the joke.
Well, you and me didn't have that many classes. We only had like graphic design, so I really couldn't even tell if you were awkward or not. Because I mean, when friends hang out, we don't see each other as awkward because.
Oh yeah, because we're on the same wavelength.
Exactly, we're on the same brainwave. Whatever.
That run you a power trip, but continue.
Yeah. So in like a social dynamic, you and me aren't awkward to each other, but probably out there in the open world, you may feel like you're not in the zone. Comfort bubble. Your own bubble. You're not into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I'm slowly pushing out of the awkwardness, but I know how to get back into it because I've been there. And I'm just rambling.
And with that, like the whole advice thing took off, and it was like, oh, funny stuff, and then reaction images were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But those are still kind of always
my
present.
face one.
Oh yeah, my face one.
Yeah, my face one, and I think Reddit took it and then swapped it out with my reaction one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I think at that point, like 4chan had a big fuss over it because they're the ones that are like, oh, we made my face one, and then they're taking it as my reaction one.
But it's websites arguing, so who cares?
Yeah.
And then from there, we just kind of stuck with the memes, and I've looking back, I've seen my sense of humor along with that just devolve into the most ridiculous and absurd things.
Yeah, like laughing at spoons.
Yes, like that one time Barlock posted something and saying, "Man, you'll laugh at anything," and I saw the spoon and I started laughing. Like it wasn't even like. I mean, I read the text first and I was like, I don't get it. Like, what? How will this make me laugh? But just the picture of the spoon made me laugh. Not necessarily because the image told me that I was going to.
Well, the caption kind of like just triggered something in your head. It's like, oh, as soon as you're gonna see this, you're gonna chuckle or you're gonna just blow air out your nose.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what happened. I just saw the spoon and I laughed. I mean, it's just. I think it's just more of the absurdity of just being a spoon that makes it humorous. And so now my humor has gone down the drain, where I'll laugh at incredibly well constructed jokes, obscure things, and then images like Markiplier photoshopped onto Farquaad's head with the letter E. And I saw a post saying memes then, and it was Velociraptor, and it said memes now, and it was that image, and I started laughing. Although one person explained it very eloquently. He said, "Man, I just can't explain why that's funny. It just is."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it just is. Like, I can't explain why that Markiplier Farquaad image is funny. It just is. I mean, I look at it and I laugh. And then I laugh at vague images.
Vague posting on Facebook. Everybody join. These 10 people join.
But like, it's just... I saw a bird surfing on a fish, and I was like, that's funny, I like this.
You know what? Out of all the birds, I think seagulls are like the coolest birds.
No, ducks are the coolest, man.
Why?
Because they're ducks.
So?
Because they're ducks.
Nah, I think seagulls are better.
I've seen ducks at school, and they're awesome. They just quack, they just walk around and they quack and stuff.
Have you ever seen...
Glorious ducks.
Have you ever seen a seagull dance for food?
I saw that video, yeah.
Yeah, see? So I was like, you know what? No.
Hey, I can train a duck army at school if I wanted to.
Then train a duck army.
I wouldn't
and then write a paper to your astrophysics class saying these ducks are a vital part of astrophysics.
How?
I don't know. Make some shit up. You scientists are good at that shit.
I just want a duck army to follow me. And every time I look at them, they'll quack, and then I'll give them like little birdseed or duckseed.
Yeah, you scientists make the most unbelievable shit. People believe it.
Yeah, yes, we make up the stuff that's already out there. It's not vague posting. We give context to everything.
Bait.
Oh,
bait posters.
We do not do bait posting.
Yeah, you do. You say the moon is real. It's not.
Oh, I forgot. It's a hollow spheroid.
It's chakra. It's people's chakra.
And then that leads into the things that we've witnessed today.
Yeah.
For example, Gumball.
Yeah, for example.
recently they had the episode called The Shippening, and I had seen it. I had seen certain screenshots, and I was like, huh. And then you came over and we watched it, and oh my god. This show is not afraid to call anyone out.
It's golden.
And the humor comes in calling them out and taking whatever concept they're calling out to the extreme, making it funny. Like how everyone was being shipped in weird ways, and then suddenly there's terrible OCs with like weird catchphrases. And then I don't even want to say this, but like,
I should feel guilty because I was once part of that crowd when I was in high school.
You are horrible.
I was, but I'm glad I got out.
Castrate yourself.
Hell
as
no.
Reparations.
Hell no.
I demand reparations for what I witnessed.
Castrating is when you like
don't
snip it.
Well,
right?
they can just Google it,
well,
so we don't
know.
So we don't get in trouble. They can just Google it.
I don't know the definition.
Castrate.
I said I don't know the definition.
Well, I was spelling it out for them if they want to look it up, because I'm not gonna say it. If we just say words,
it's not a vasectomy. It's something totally different, right? Is it?
I said we were gonna let them decide.
So castration,
but it's not.
Is...
It's not. Just we'll leave it at that. It's not.
All right. Whatever.
Back to the topic at hand.
I'm not a smart man, folks.
Clearly.
The moon is fake.
Back to the topic at hand.
Physics ain't real. Gravity is false.
It's true. Before
the only thing weighing down on us is our regret. It's our guilt.
Well, I mean, before Isaac Newton invented gravity, people could fly. So I mean,
wait, no. Isaac Newton invented calculus as well, right? Or was that somebody else?
Fun historical fact: it's either between Isaac Newton and another fellow. I can't remember his name because it's recent. I just saw
Isaac Newton.
Where they both came up with the concepts for it. And I think Lebanese, I think, or whatever his name is. Like 3 people kind of came up with the concept of calculus, but I think Newton ran with it more.
Yeah, who gives a shit? All of them
I
were
do.
nerds. All of them were nerds. They all died virgins.
Only Isaac Newton. I don't know about the other guys. And hey, he gave us the laws of motion.
Too bad he couldn't use them.
I will not give you the satisfaction of me laughing at that because I will not. He shaped our view of the universe as we know it, along with Einstein and all that stuff. But besides the point, do you feel proud of yourself for that?
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Don't tell me what the fuck I should do.
I don't even know where I am anymore in terms of what we were talking about.
We were talking
you
about
derailed me.
We were talking about Gumball and the shipping.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I kind of derailed it with like science is fake. It's full of shit, full of crock.
Are you looking at a mirror while you're saying that?
All right.
If I may finish my thought process.
Begin thought.
I ain't no thought. Jeez. Give me more credit. But yes, the shipping episode was great because it just calls out all that OC
garbage
shipping culture and blows it up and makes everyone see how ridiculous it is. And also the cringe one was pretty good because one form of humor is also cringe humor. Where like you know you're looking at something and you're just like, ugh, it's so cringy, but
you can't look away.
Yeah, it entertains you.
Yeah.
And you find some humor in it.
It's like it's very masochistic.
Yeah. Examples are like those people that went to go get, what was it? What did they get? Bubble wrap? Yeah, they did, and it was just like the most awkward and like weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I was just
or that one YouTube video about welcome to
Chili's.
No, but that's also
that's a good one.
Yeah, but fucking welcome to the it was like some high school anime club.
Oh yes, that one. Video. And they're just like they're terribly dancing to the anime music.
I'm cringing so hard. My traps are next to my ears.
We're on the internet. You're gonna have to be careful what you mean by traps.
No. No, I didn't say it. I did not bring it up. You brought it up this time. I said my traps are next to my ears. So these people are thinking about my neck muscles.
Do you think they know what neck muscles are called?
Traps.
Yeah, well now they know that, but before that you said your traps were next to your ears. Do you know what people that draw on DeviantArt think of? Do you know what they're gonna draw now?
Shipping.
That and traps next to your ears in not really good ways, I'm sure.
I like that though. I like that image.
Of course you would.
People draw me with traps next to, like whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Oh my god.
You know what?
I almost was going to add to that, but I'm not going to.
When we get to like episode 70 of this trash.
Episode 70, you're giving us too much credit.
I know, right? But once we get to like episode 70, you're going to have like some people who know that they can draw, not stick figures, but they know that they can draw. Imagine the fan art.
I don't want to.
And I would want, I will, people listening to this, these future 20 people listening to this, I will put a fan art segment in the podcast.
You are opening the gates to hell. Do you not know what you're doing? You are messing with dark forces that you cannot control.
Genius has no limits.
This isn't genius, this is madness.
Too much genius leads into madness. Therefore,
don't you try to Frankenstein this on me. No.
It's a lie.
Oh, God,
my
no.
fan art is a lie.
No.
Alright, okay, think about this. Do you think Frankenstein's monster, the Frankenstein?
No, the creature never had a name. Dr. Frankenstein was the scientist.
Alright, okay, so
the creature has no name. It's just called the creature.
Alright, okay, so when you kind of think about it, his fictional creation came to life, therefore his OC came to life.
And just like
Dr. Frankenstein is the only man in fictional literature that brought his OC to life.
How did we get here?
Our humor is shit.
Yeah. Ergo that.
Ergo.
So if you felt captivated after this episode, which I'm concerned for your mental health and well-being, join us next time where we talk about, I don't know,
feelings.
Ew.
Yeah, they're fake. Love is fake. Yeah, love is a capitalistic creation. Only to bank on the emotions of human beings so they could go ahead and sell flowers and chocolates en masse.
That's actually kind of profound. I'm kind of scared now. Who are you?
The Trap Master.
You're not Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Traps Illustrated.
He only reads it for the articles, okay?
Fred only reads it for the articles while we, the human audience, only watch it for Velma. Think about it.
Velma's cool, but I will not think about it that way.
Of course not, because you're gay.
No, because I'm not going to sexualize a cartoon character.
Too late.
You don't have to tell me twice. Jeez, one trip to DeviantArt is all it takes.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Teach us the lesson that we shall learn.
I was about to say that.
No, you weren't.
No, I really was,
Fuck
actually.
You. No, you weren't.
I really was. You said...
What's the moral of the day? Because if you can't think of one, I got one.
I'm going to think of one because I just don't want you...
Alright, Mr. Scientist, make some shit up. That's what you're good at.
Well, today's moral is brought to you by the letter E. Oh god, I did it again. I referenced the Markiplier thing. I wasn't trying. I really wasn't trying to. Let's just leave it on that note. Brought to you by the letter E. And if you feel like looking at that image, we're going to put it in the video. Until next time, people. All three of you.
The morality of this episode is...
I've already done it. We don't need to anymore.
Not your morality, but your morality is shit.
Can you don't...
Fucking... Early to rise and early to bed makes a man healthy but socially dead.
Enough of this episode.
Okay, I gotta admit, that's a good one.